Buried Shame by Rebecca Medina Stewart. Original music by Taylor Pownell. The path to survival for victims of trauma is often paved with deep shame. I remember in the weeks and months that followed my 1992 sexual assault, I replayed every bad thing I had ever done, and I believed the lie that I caused what happened to me. The wild college freshman parties, the drinking, the hookup culture. God had to be punishing me. Then the months became years, and no amount of success or achievement could bring me to feel a healthy sense of self-worth. Nearly 2 decades after the assault, I still felt dirty, worthless, and deeply broken. Guilt and shame are common struggles for survivors of all kinds of trauma. Guilt says, I did something bad, whereas shame screams, I am bad or I am unworthy. This rip current of shame often leads victims to isolate and hide emotionally, spiritually, and even relationally. Trauma distorts how we see ourselves, other people, and even God. In the Bible, when Jesus meets the Samaritan woman at the well, we read all kinds of clues about her past. Jesus himself points out that the woman was married 5 times, and the man she was currently with wasn't even her husband. In ancient times, a relational history like hers likely carried significant social stigma. The scriptures also tell us she went to collect water during the hottest part of the day, which indicates she was probably avoiding other women and likely a social outcast. Still, the God of the universe went after the one. He went intentionally to see her, to save her, and to redeem her life. John 4:4 says, now he had to go through Samaria. Some scholars point out that Jews in Jesus' day avoided Samaria entirely because of hostility between Jews and Samaritans, choosing longer, alternate routes instead. So when John says Jesus had to go through Samaria, many believe the passage carries spiritual significance, not just geographic necessity. Friends, what has brought you shame? Was it a humiliating betrayal, a life of sinful choices, a struggle with addiction, or maybe it was childhood neglect or abandonment? Whatever it is, dear friend, I gently encourage you to give it all to God. Confess what you are feeling and let Him remove the burden you have been dragging around with you for far too long. Hebrews 12:2 says this, for the joy set before Him, He endured the cross, scorning its shame. Remember, Jesus didn't just carry our sin. He endured public humiliation, rejection, exposure, abandonment, and shame. Jesus understands our suffering and any disgrace we feel firsthand. He gave His life so that our shame might be redeemed. I believe that when Jesus was placed in the tomb, my shame went with Him. I believe that when Jesus defied death and left that tomb, He left my shame buried there forever. Because of the resurrection and my relationship with Christ, I can walk this earth with my head held high. My Savior buried my shame, redeemed my story, and He calls me beloved daughter. If you are struggling with shame today, draw near to your Father, who has already drawn near to you.